Well, this is kind of a painful, depressing video to make. Honestly, I mean, nothing happened to me this time around. It's just TV nowadays just kind of just went. It's just almost non-existent at this point. I mean, sure we got streaming services and everything like that, but that's kind of where the issue here is. Like, big issue for the most part. It's over the past like few days or so, whether I'd be like editing a video, not editing a video on my own time, I'd be like watching YouTube or like watching you on my own, doing nothing else, or editing, watching YouTube while editing a video, like I've been the past few days and stuff like that. It's I've been watching videos on these TV networks like shutting down and stuff like that. TV networks like Cubo, which is one I grew up with back from like 2006. And so, up until we moved here in Missouri, after I finished 6th grade at the time, which was a long time ago, over a decade now, in fact. But yeah, Cubo shut down 2020. Or I think it was 2020. I don't remember, but yeah, it was a channel I grew up with because growing up we didn't have like a lot of money. It was just my mom, me, and my other siblings. We were all kids at that time. My mom was a single mom. She was working like minimum wage job, as well as relying on food stamps, stuff like that. So we didn't really have a lot of like money to afford like satellite TV, like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, stuff like that. Up until again after we finished 6th grade, so we grew up with a lot of Fox networks programming. We grew up with ABC programming, PBS, and again on weekends Cubo. Whenever would air something like 3-2-1 Penguins and stuff like that. If you remember that show, I remember it, but again, it shut down. I watched a video of it shutting down, a couple, I should say, including the one that was like fake, that was made around the time of the gaming anti-piracy screen things, which I do watch those from time to time too. Like, they're fake, obviously, but it's just, there's just something about them that's interesting. But I'm not talking about the anti-piracy screens. But again, Cubo did shut down like 2020, and I saw a couple videos on that. Then they got me interested in, wanting to see what other networks and stuff shut down over the past decade or so. And one of the networks I saw was BBC Kids, which had a lot of TV shows I grew up watching, like Atomic Betty, which, oh my god, I want to fucking watch that again. It's been so fucking long. I think I can find it on YouTube somewhere. Maybe. But yeah, as far as I know, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but BBC Kids had like, again, Atomic Betty, it had Shaun the Sheep, it had Wallace and Gromit, it had all kinds of other stuff too. But what I remember most fondly is, again, Atomic Betty, which you can't really find anywhere else online. Even online, for like these websites and stuff, I don't think you can really find it online at all. The only place you can really find it, as far as I know, as of right now, is Amazon Prime, which is a streaming service. But again, Amazon Prime, it doesn't really have like the entire series on it. It's got like I think like the entire first season, as well as only the first episode of season 3. So the entirety of season 2 doesn't exist on Amazon Prime, and almost the entirety of season 3, except that one episode, doesn't exist on Amazon Prime. So it's only basically the first season, as well as the first episode of the third season, as far as I know. But yeah, this is what another issue is. There are other streaming services that do exist, like Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu. I've actually got some of them pulled up on my PS4, actually, that I'm looking at. But yeah, again, listening streaming services, Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, I've mentioned, HBO Max, Peacock, Crunchyroll, Apple TV, fucking Tubi, all this kind of shit. It's all streaming services. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to pay for all these streaming services. You have to pay for, like, the majority of them. Tubi is completely free, but of course, since it's free, it's got ads. Which is what I watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh! On. But yeah, it's kind of sad knowing that. Yeah, I was gonna record me showing you like stuff on like Netflix, like the original Yu-Gi-Oh! For example. Again, I watch it on Tubi. I'm about halfway done with season 3 currently, as of this upload and recording. But you want to know how the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Has 5 seasons total. It's got 5 seasons. You want to know how many seasons Netflix has? Netflix only has the first season of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything else past the first season, including like GX, 5Ds, Zaxel, Arc V, everything past, the first season of the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is Duel Monsters, just doesn't exist on Netflix. Now, Hulu's got the entire series, as well as Tubi, but as far as I know, those are like the only two that have the entire series, as of right now, that I know of. But yeah, I mean, think of I'm pretty sure I've got some anime fans who watch my stuff, maybe. But yeah, think of your favorite anime, whether it be like Naruto, Gurren Lagann, which I personally enjoy. I really need to get back into that sometime. But you want to know how many seasons Netflix has of these shows, including Inuyasha? Only the one season. And if my memory serves me right, Gurren Lagann had 2 seasons as well as a movie. They only have the first season of Gurren Lagann on Netflix. So yeah, we're going to have to find... Yeah, if you want to watch the rest of it, you're going to have to look somewhere else. And again, Netflix is a streaming service. Now, we don't necessarily pay for Netflix. I mean, we do. But since we have T-Mobile, with our phone service, we kind of just get Netflix with it. So while we don't necessarily pay for Netflix, but we also do pay for Netflix through our phone services and everything. Which, yeah, it's fun. But yeah, again, with all these like channels shutting down that have like all these old cartoons, like again, Atomic Batty, Wallace and Gromit, Shaun the Sheep. Past all these, they're like old, really old shows. Atomic Batty came out fucking 2004. That was 18 years ago. It's fucking crazy. I was 5 when that show started. And I remember there only being one season, and that was the one season aired on Cartoon Network. And apparently, again, there were 3 seasons. But I only saw that one season since it was on Cartoon Network from 2004 to 2005. I just didn't watch it. I didn't know it existed afterwards. Up until like 2010 when it aired like reruns and stuff like that on the Hub Network, back when that existed. Which brings me to my next thing. A lot of these some of these channels are changing to like completely new things. Like, again, Hub Network back in like late 2010 to like 2014, back when I watched the Hub Network, when it was during the Hub Network. Again, it was like a dark time in my life. That's where all the abuse and everything we had as kids growing up with took place from. That's when it took place from like 2010 to, until like I left, and even after I was kicked out of the house by the abuser, not my mom, the abuser. Even after I was kicked out, he's kept abusing my mom and my siblings, from what they told me, even after I was gone, which, yeah, it's not good. So, yeah, I kind of did grow up with stuff like My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, back when that was a thing, which I haven't seen past season 3. I had 9 fucking seasons, goddamn. But I haven't seen My Little Pony past season 3. Because, I mean, I didn't have to stop watching it, but at the same time I kind of did, because, again, I was a teenager at the time, so yeah, I kind of was forced not to watch stuff like that. Like, I grew up with My Little Pony, Littlest Pet Shop on the Hub Network back all those years ago, when it was the Hub Network, which changed to Discovery Family just out of nowhere back in 2014. Like, I remember coming home from school the day it changed to Discovery Family. Like, I came home from school, like, it was just us four. We did our usual stuff, which was, watching, like, the Hub Network after school. We got home from school and stuff like that. Only to find, we changed to the channel, only to find that it wasn't the Hub Network anymore. It was Discovery Family. I mean, it still got the shows and stuff back when there was, the Hub Network, but it's changed. Like, it wasn't the same anymore. It's gotten so much different over fucking years. Goddamn, I feel old. Yeah, that's one example. Another example is, I personally remember, like, when it used to be Toon Disney or the Jetix channel. It was known as both Toon Disney and Jetix as the channel. I remember when that was changed to Disney XD. I remember that from all those years ago. Which I also saw a video on YouTube, which was also which is also the reason why this video is being made. Cause seeing all this shit kind of brings back good memories from when I was a kid, but now that I'm an adult, seeing all this shit seeing all these shutdowns and all these channels being transitioning to something new, as an adult, it's like, god damn, I'm getting old. This brings back so many bad memories. Like, it brings back good memories, but those good memories are also, like, bad memories as an adult. It's just part of getting older, I guess, and like, I don't really enjoy much of anything anymore. But I try to watch a lot of the stuff I grew up with as a kid, like Gravity Falls. I mean, I can't really watch that anymore since I'm older. Like, I can still enjoy it somewhat, but I can't like I was like I did as a teenager. It just doesn't really fill me with joy anymore. Like cartoons like SpongeBob, I can't watch anymore. Like cartoons I grew up with as a kid, for the most part, I can't watch anymore. I mean, I can still watch some. Like I can watch, obviously, Rocko's Modern Life, which honestly is much better as an adult. Believe it, it's one of those shows that's actually much better as an adult. I mean, Beavis and Butthead. Again, I watched that as a kid. One of my favorite, it's probably my favorite cartoon ever. I watched it. I grew up with it as a kid. It's even funnier nowadays because I understand everything they say now, which makes the show just that much better. Same with South Park. Like, I had fucking loved South Park as a kid growing up with it. So with the movie, like, nowadays, I understand literally fucking everything. It's just, like, there's something, again, then goes back to, there's some memories that are like, good, what the fuck is going on with my phone? I'm getting a bunch of Twitter notifications that go away. Especially for fucking a notification about VTuber. God damn! I can't wait not to look at that. But yeah. It's seeing all this stuff brings back good memories, but at the same time, it's also bringing back like bad memories. And which is, why these streaming services and stuff exist now, to bring back like the old stuff as well as like new stuff. But again, a show like Atomic Betty, it's like it's almost non-existent at this point. Like, it only really exists on Amazon Prime, and even then, Amazon Prime doesn't have the entire fucking series. So, Atomic Betty is slowly becoming lost media, unfortunately, which is a shame because it's a really fucking good show. At least I remember it being a really good show as a kid. Nowadays, again, I'm much older, so I'm not sure if it'll hold up. Like, a lot of stuff I grew up with, used and enjoyed back then, doesn't anymore. Like, especially nowadays that, I enjoy, like, my old sitcoms like Friends, Golden Girls, Full House, stuff like that. I will not watch Seinfeld, though. Seinfeld is garbage. But, yeah. It just makes me wonder, where have all the good times gone? Like, I know I try to do like positive, spread like positivity and stuff on this channel a lot. Because I like to make people laugh, is what I want to do for the rest of my life. But sometimes you just have to be real with people, even if it hurts emotionally. Like, it's hurting me emotionally, because again, I grew up with a lot of old shows that aired on like BBC Kids, Cubo, and everything, which those channels don't exist anymore, and these streaming services might be part of that. Which, yeah, not everybody, especially with what's going on now in the world nowadays, not everybody can afford streaming services, which is where like all these shows that are currently ongoing on the net, on these cable satellite networks, stuff like that, are moving and continuing on these streaming services. Like, they're doing that to like push people to buy these streaming services that everybody can't afford. Which, yeah, kind of. It really sucks, because if not everybody can afford these streaming services, like, all these shows and everything you practically can't watch anymore unless you pay for these streaming services, which kind of sucks, because I understand that times are changing, things are getting more advanced and everything like that, but that's not always a again, it's not always a good thing. And I know I say like nostalgia isn't a good thing like almost all the time, but it's things like streaming services that kind of just make you wish that we had the old days back, like to where you didn't have to pay like all these extra fees to get to watch your show like every week, favorite show every week or something like that. Like no, you could literally just have cable or satellite, watch it throughout the week. There's your show and whatever. Now you have to pay to watch all these kinds of things that not everybody can afford. It's yeah, it's just really depressing to watch and look at. It's really sad. Which honestly brings me back to my question. Can I find Atomic Betty on YouTube? Well, let's find out. Okay, so I'm here on YouTube on my PS4, and the question still remains: Can I watch Atomic Betty on YouTube? Well, let's find out, shall we? Yeah, they updated it to where you have to like use like the space and stuff. You can't press like something like triangle or Y or whatever anymore on the app. You have to like actually use like this to use a space, or this for like to go back. It's yeah. And apparently, yes, I can. I can watch Atomic Betty. Oh, this show is so fucking good, dude. I fucking loved this show as a kid. I know what I'm going to be watching during my break, which again I said I would take, but I just had to make this video to get it off my chest, because again it's sad seeing all this happen nowadays. But yeah, I know what I'm going to be doing on my break. Well, for the next couple days or so, I'm going to be watching some Atomic Betty. But yeah, anyway, it's really sad what's happening nowadays. Like, I just can't deal with it. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about all these networks shutting down over the past like almost decade or so. Streaming, what you think about streaming services and shows, movie availability on these streaming services being limited. Let me know what you think about that. And I'll see you in the next couple days or so.